I joined the United States Army because it was something I always wanted to do, because one thing I think that helped me decide to do that is that I live with no regrets. So I didn't want to be like that 70-year-old person that said, I always wanted to join the military and I didn't do it. For me, I felt like they dropped me off in California because Afghanistan looks like the high desert. So I was like, okay, this is not real. But then, first week I got to Afghanistan, my grandfather passed and I couldn't go home. A couple of months later, I experienced a traumatic brain injury. It was in a head-on collision. I didn't know I had a head injury right away, but there was a lot of different clues that just wasn't adding up. I kept losing things, kept forgetting things, and then I wouldn't remember people. I learned about Synapse through Dr. McAllister, and Dr. McAllister was treating me for chronic back issues. He said, I think you would work well to be part of Synapse. It really was very educational for me as far as like how I can kind of control the things that are happening with me cognitively when I'm overwhelmed, how I can take what I've learned here outside. And so Dr. Wright was telling me how it impacts the nervous system. And so when I'm in sensory overload, why things are happening to me, and if I can get a better grip of that by my breathing, that would help. So that is where I think was very, very helpful. It's not just me doing it, but having an understanding on how it impacts me. But I appreciate, getting that understanding of it. And then the one behind me was the chair where I'm able to, the meditation and the relaxation, because I didn't want to get up off the chair. After 2 weeks of training, I didn't realize some of the symptoms that I would have was because of overload, like, just being overload, and I wasn't able to pick up those signals, and really now being able to identify, okay, this is why X, Y, and Z is happening. Other thing that I learned was just actually how my body picks up signals, like using the different programs there, the computer systems, why there's a delay. So I feel like the computer system is like recalibrating my mind to kind of catch up with with itself. I would recommend Synapse to veterans because it's a great program. Will give you a better understanding of, TBI and how it impacts you, but how you can live with a traumatic brain injury and have a better understanding of how your body functions, and so that you can kind of be ahead of it and have less symptoms. I feel the future for me I think will be good because I'm able to take what I learned here away and use it in my everyday life. I've done a lot of amazing things before the military, but the most rewarding thing that I've done was to serve in the U.S. Army.